guys. Okay, first question. Since I've gotten my pixie cut in December, I've been thinking a lot more about my clothes, like worrying that dresses or certain colors won't fit my new hairstyle. Did you / do you have this issue as well? Maybe when you first got your pixie, or do you think a pixie goes with everything? By the way, I love your videos. They convinced me to get my pixie cut. Aw, thank you. I love that I'm creating this like pixie army. It's awesome. And yes, I am more like self-aware of what I'm wearing since I got short hair. I don't think that everything looks as feminine as it does on girls with longer hair. Like for example, tight like necklines on shirts and like crew necks or sweaters can sometimes look really butch. Not always, but definitely sometimes it can definitely look more boyish, and that's not really what I'm going for. I am definitely more on the punk side for style. I mean, today I went with more girly, but I definitely do have more of a punk style, but still I think I'm not really, I don't want it to look boyish. And so things like sweaters and t-shirts that come up really high aren't huge, like my favoriteest thing ever. What I'm going to do is actually go in and get some of my sweaters cut so that they're off the shoulder. I just think it looks more feminine and girly, and it will just make them look more feminine and girly. But for dresses, I don't think there's any dresses that wouldn't go with it. It's usually things in my closet that are more boyish to begin with, and then once you pair it with short hair, it's like, oof. You're a boy. And there's nothing wrong if that's your style, like that's totally awesome, but that's just not my style, and so I'm just like, yeah, that's not what I'm going for. So yes, I definitely do have that problem as well, where I just have to be slightly more aware of what things I like to wear and stuff. That was an awkward sentence. But you know what I mean. I'm definitely more self-conscious when it comes to clothing, but like not so much that like it impairs what I wear. Like everyone has tank tops and stuff like that you can quickly throw on. It looks fabulous with a pixie. So what are some of the quickest ways to fix a pixie and look professional enough? Girl, I find pixies super easy to style. Like all I do in the morning is like spritz my hair and then blow dry it to how I want, and then put some sort of firm hold in it, whether it's like Redken Rough Paste or like a spray wax I've gotten now that just gives it a bit of texture and a moldability. At least I think that's what you mean, like how to style it quickly and look professional enough. Pixies, in my opinion, always do. I get though that mine's easier to style because it's quite a bit shorter than other pixies that are more like a pixie bob. You do have to put more time into those, which is why I don't freaking have one. I would like to try one of those eventually, but my before I got this cut, it was close to that, and oh my god, the amount of hair I have, like, it just irritates me that I have to like style it all the time, and it takes, I don't know, it takes more to style hair like that, I think, than shorter hair, just because there's less of it. And now that I've like gotten used to styling a pixie, like long hair is just like, ugh, this is so tedious and blah. So my advice would be to like keep a little like spray bottle in your purse or something like that, so you can quickly just damp areas if you need to and quickly fix them, or get small like travel sized hair products so that you can quickly like fix it if, you know, the wind decides to teach you a new one. I hate that. I'll like do a faux hawk and then I walk out and it's like and I'm just like, okay, I guess we were doing a side faux hawk today. Like, that's nice. Thank you. But yeah, so I would suggest just bringing a couple little products with you in case you're out somewhere and your hair gets all like rough or something. Also carrying like a cute little hat or like beanie or something in your purse too, just in case you can't fix it. Always good too. Best stores and restaurants where you live. Now this is something that you guys have probably noticed. I don't like to say where I live openly on camera just because I just don't think it's important, honestly. But if you're following me on my social media, like, it's not like I hide where I live, like you probably know. So where I live, it's a smaller city, so there's not like a lot of good stores here, honestly, in my opinion. There's definitely some good ones. I really like Stellar Gear. It's where I get a lot more of my punk gear stuff. The only thing is it's quite expensive, which super sucks. There's this road in my city called Broadway, and there's a bunch of just like not chain shops, like self-owned shops, and there's a couple stores on there that I really like. They're just more like original and stuff you don't find everywhere. There's this hat store, again, super expensive, but it has like olden day hats and stuff that just look so good, and I just want to get one so bad, but I'm broke, so I don't have one. For restaurants, I really like the Pink Cadillac. It's like an 80s restaurant that's here. It's super good. Other than that, the rest of them are just like chains, like Montana's and Boston Pizza, and those are fine, but just not real, nothing special. What's your major? Now, this might shock some people, but I'm actually a computer scientist major, and I have a year and a semester left, so this semester and then 2 more next year, and then I'm done. Yay! Done school. Sick of school. Definitely sick of school. But yeah, so I like build programs and I code in a bunch of different languages. I coded in Java and C and C++. What else have I done? I've done some assembly language, and this year I'm learning JavaScript, Python, HTML5, stuff like that. I think ideally when I'm done, I'd like to go into like mobile apps and web development and stuff. I just like building stuff that's visual, that I can like physically see what I've done, because when you're coding you can do a lot of back-end stuff that like, it does stuff, but you don't really get to visually see something, so that's just what interests me more. How do I grow out my pixie quickly and not let it turn into a mullet? Now, what I tried to do when I tried to grow out my pixie and then my hair started irritating me, so I cut it all off, is keep your under half shaved until this stuff grows past it, and then start growing it out with it, because then you'll never have a mullet, because you'll always have like shaved and then longer, and then as it grows out longer you can start growing the bottom out. The problem is you can't let your bottom grow out first because it's the lowest part like on the nape of your neck, so it's always gonna look like a mullet, so that's how you avoid that. That's just personally how I would grow mine out. Next question, do you prefer blonde or brunette / dark hair? I like both for different reasons. I like blondes because I think it's more feminine looking on me than dark hair for some reason. And I also like blonde because I can switch my colors up a lot. I can go like all the fun colors like pink and purple and stuff like that if I want to. But dark hair I like because you can't see my roots as bad. Like right now I have really rank roots, but you can't really tell. And I really like dark on me when I'm tanned. I really like dark hair on me when I'm tanned, but when I'm pale, I usually lean more towards blonde because I think it's more flattering. But I'm obviously still pasty and rocking the dark hair, so I don't know. I like both. How long should your pixie be to faux hawk it correctly? Mine's fairly short, but it seems to still be heavy. P.S. My hair is rather thick. Is that the issue? Yeah, that's the issue. I've had like super long faux hawks. Like my first pixie hair tutorial, like my hair was quite a bit longer than it is now. I can faux hawk it now and I can faux hawk it then. And what you have to do is keep making sure that you thin your hair and that you're properly faux hawking it. Like you want all the volume to be at the roots, and you want the tops, like the tips of your hair to be very light, because if they're not light then it's just going to flop over. But yeah, definitely go in and just get your hair thinned. Like people will tell you that pixies are easier to style when they're thick. I had a hairdresser tell me that and I'm like, you're full of shit. No, it's not. I fucking style my hair every day, thank you very much. Like, no, it's harder to style if it's thick. It doesn't want to stay up as much, you know? So definitely go get that shit thinned, and it should help. And also practice makes perfect, so that it might just be that you need to keep practicing at it, but yeah, having thick hair is not helping your situation, girl. What's your favorite hair accessory? I actually don't really wear hair accessories, they're just not really my thing. Like the headbands and stuff that I show you, I just already had from like previous things, but honestly I just don't wear hair accessories. But one thing I will say is I really like how my jewelry stands out because I have short hair, especially on my ears. I'd like to get like another piercing here. And then I'd like to get some like temporary cuffs and stuff just to go up on my higher ears, because I just think it looks really good with short hair because it really stands out. So I would say jewelry, I guess, is my favorite hair accessory, as odd as that is. Can certain scissors fray your hair? I got mine cut so I can hawk it again, but it looks like I have a bunch of split ends instead of freshly cut hair. Thanks in advance. Honestly, I'm not a hairdresser. I feel like everyone thinks I'm a hairdresser and I'm not, so I don't know. Possibly, that definitely could be true, but you may just need to like get some rough paste or wax or something and just mold the tips of your hair. Like right now my hair is a little fray, like if you get close up, but that's because I don't have a lot of product in it. And if I want the ends to be like pointed, I have to like take product and like point my ends so that they're not all like bleh. So I mean, that's my advice. It might have frayed your hair, but I would definitely try styling it differently just to make sure. And if you still, when you style the tips, still have it frayed, then I would say yes, and I'd say go in and get it fixed. Do you have any recommendations for supplements or products that actually help your hair grow faster? Also, do you have any recommendations for products that help damaged hair? The hair around my face is crazy damaged and I need something to help it not look like I've just stuck my finger in a light socket. I actually don't really use hair serums and stuff like that. There's definitely like hair masks and stuff you can get, and what it is, it's basically like a deep conditioner and you put it in your hair like after you've shampooed it and you leave it on for a while, and then after like an hour or two you wash it off. So I would definitely consider something like that. For hair growth, I've never tried anything. I don't really know if there's anything out there that really works. But honestly, hair just like takes time to grow. The end kind of thing. But yeah, sorry, I don't really, I definitely have damage, or used to have damaged hair I should say, but I just kind of dealt with it or got it trimmed. I didn't really use like products or anything, so don't really know what to tell you. I can't get my hair to stand up either. I have AP volumizer, it doesn't seem to help. Not sure if I'm missing a step. My hair is really thick as well. Also, one of your tutorials, you curl your hair, but when I curl mine and run my fingers through it, frizzes up and looks hideous. What's your secret? Again, you need to thin your hair. If you have thick hair, like nothing's gonna stick up because your hair is so heavy that it just falls. Like that's what's happening. And for curling it, you definitely can get smoothing serums and stuff, and that's what I do to like run my hair through after it's been curled. And sometimes I'll even take like rough paste or the wax that I've previously said and like just work the tips of it and make sure that they're all like crisp and curled together. You really just need to mold your hair and work with it with different products to make sure, like to get the look you want, basically. And again, I'm not really like a hairdresser, this is just kind of what I do, so I'm telling you what I do. But yeah, hopefully I kind of powered through all of those because I want it to be a short, not a short video, but like short enough that, you know, it's not going to be super ooper duper long. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope I gave a somewhat decent answer to your questions, and yes, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to follow me on my social media if you want to get in on the next like question and answer period. On Twitter it's at KSBELLANGER, and on Instagram, Google+, and Tumblr it's XOXOPrettyBitches, and on Facebook it's www.facebook.com/TakeTheMadScientist. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking me questions. And I will see you pretty bitches in my next video.